Afternoon, everybody. Another splendid day here on the ranch. What we got right here is a trailer mounted spray rig that I built out of basically some scrap parts that I had laying around and a $50 pump I got off of Amazon to be pulled with my yard Zamboni. This was started out with a mower trailer that probably everybody who's ever had a riding mower had one of these at one time. They were about 75 or 100 bucks. I dug this one out of the weeds where it's been for several years. Got the tires re-inflated, rims all cleaned up, painted a beautiful hot pink. Use a 55-gallon drum that I had from somewhere. I don't remember what it was. It's a closed top, so it's not real handy around the farm for anything else other than storing liquids, which is what it's going to do. Here, some scrap wood that I had laying around. This is not necessarily how to build one of these, because whatever scrap you have laying around is going to be different than mine, but I will show you some tricks that I've used and how this setup works for me. All right, so the first thing that I had to do was I made this cradle that you can see down in the bottom, and it's literally just some scrap 2x4s that I cut up. It goes all the way across the bed of the trailer, and it's just two pieces of 2x4, and I screwed some blocks on to make like a cradle that just keeps this barrel from rolling back and forth. Kind of tied it all together, literally scrap that I had. This barrel, again, 55 gallon, 210 liter. I think I paid $5 for it at a yard sale or a Facebook sale somehow. Not really handy for anything because it doesn't have the removable tops. Just got two bungs in the top. But yeah, that was it. Make some way that this thing won't roll back and forth. And then I'm going to show you the pump section. Okay, so this is the pump that I bought. It was about 50 bucks on Amazon. It is a Vevor diaphragm pump, 5.5 gallon per minute, 12 volt pump. I believe that the intended use for this pump is for an RV water system. It doesn't have to have a tank or need a tank. It pumps up to 60 or 70 psi wherever it's at, and then it just shuts itself off. Anytime you demand water, in other words, you open a sprayer, it will kick on and start pumping. When you shut it off, it shuts off. So that's handy. It did come with the connectors and the strainer. I did buy this little cheap coiled hose. Was about 10 bucks also on Amazon. I mounted it all to this plate. Now there are some tricks with this plate that I'll show you. Okay, to connect my little platform to the trailer, and this is just a sheet of 3/4 inch plywood. You could use whatever you had. I just made up some of these clamps. It's got a 1/4 bolt through it, and drilled a hole in the platform. Put that there. A couple of washers, lock washer. These are just some little knobs that I make on my CNC. Has a 1/4 bolt screwed in it for a quick connect. Tighten that down, and you don't have to get it super tight, but that will hold your little platform on. Okay, for my input, I just used some PVC pipe. You can use a kind of a stiff-walled hose. If you had it, I imagine a garden hose might be, if it's a heavy-duty one, it'll probably work. Some of the thin, cheaper ones will probably collapse under the suction. But this is a 45 connector, so that this goes right into the bottom of my barrel. I did use a PVC union on here just so I can take this apart and I can take the pump easily inside. So let's get this. That's it. You just want to make sure that the end of your pickup tube is resting on the bottom of the barrel. So this is powered off of 12 volts. So whatever you're towing this contraption with, whether it be a lawnmower, ATV, a small pickup truck, whatever you're using to pull this with, hopefully you've got 12 volts. got 2 clamps. These clamps just clamp onto your battery. It's got a little switch that you can use. Okay, once we power this thing on, it will go ahead and prime itself, and you'll see that takes it usually 15-30 seconds, and then you can start spraying. It is a very quiet pump. As far as pumps go, again, I'm pretty sure that this was made for use inside of an RV. Once it primes itself and kicks on, you can spray. You're going to get some full air because it's still getting all the air worked out of the system, but hopefully you can see. Alright, so hopefully that gives you some idea of what you can do with this setup. Again, I make no warranty as to whether or not this will work as good as the $1,000 trailer mounted 5.5 gallon orchard sprayer that you can get at the farm store. Probably not. Will it work good enough to haul some water around your farm and spray whatever you needed to spray? I don't know. It's got a pretty good spray to it. It's not as strong, say, as as hooking up to the well pump or anything like that, but it's pretty good. I mean, you can get something wet. Could you wash off a piece of equipment, or maybe you got a little brush pile that you're burning and you want to put down the fire around the brush pile? I think this would work fine. You want to wash your goat out in the pasture? There you go. You want to haul water to your animals? This would probably work. Not the method I would use, but it would probably work. So I'm going to use it to spray. My farm has been overtaken by invasives, primarily Kogan grass, which you can see kind of in the background there. I've also got some Japanese mint and other things. I opened up my drive in earlier in this spring so we could see the deer and turkey that are trying to cross our driveway, because that's a constant thing here on the farm. So I got in there and cleaned up some of the brush and cleared it out all 10 or 20 feet. I'll try to pop a video up here so you can see it. But as soon as I did that this spring, the Kogan grass moved in and just took over, and now it's waist high. So I'm going to spray that down, then till it in, and hopefully be able to get rid of that. But that stuff, once it gets established, it takes off. So yeah. So anyway, I hope this helped you. I kind of got this idea. A fellow YouTuber by the name of J.C. Smith. He builds some trucks up in Ohio. He posted a little short of him spraying with one of those $700,000, $800,000, $900,000 orchard sprayers, and I asked him, "Hey, what's the specs on that pump?" And he told me it was 5.5 gallons per minute, and I got to thinking and said, "Well, I could probably do that." So yeah, there you go. Hopefully you can see how well that works. Hopefully it works for you. Again, this wasn't a how-to video as much as hey, here's an idea that might work for you. So I'm gonna get these cameras put up back inside, and then I'm gonna get to spraying. So there you go. Have a good one.